Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are and what time it is when you're watching this. It's your boy, Celine Driver. That's me. Coming to you with the final college football reaction live stream that I'm going to do in 2023. We're going to, I'm going to watch the, hang on a minute. I'm going to watch the final game in the Ivy League season for the Harvard Crimson. Um, they are going to play the game, the original the game. None of the pretender bullshit here today. None of the silliness about Michigan, Ohio State, or Georgia, Auburn, or Alabama, Auburn, or even Florida, Florida State. No. This is the game. This is the game, and I have semi copious notes here. This is the game that counts the most. This is the game that's been played since 1875. This is the game that matters. What's up, Matt? How you doing? No, Jay, I'm not streaming the FSU game. So this game is about to start. It's on ESPNU. So actually, we might get decent coverage. We might get decent coverage from the network. Okay, well, they're showing the hype videos before the game. This game is for all the marbles. Harvard is currently number one in the Ivy League. Ivy League teams don't play bowl games. They don't participate in FCS playoffs. So this is it for Harvard, for Yale, and there are other Ivy League games going on today. This is the championship, basically. If Harvard wins, they will win sole title of the Ivy League. If Yale wins, they claim a share of the Ivy League. Now, the Ivy League doesn't have tiebreakers per se, so they will share the title with Harvard and possibly with Dartmouth. Now, as I said, this game is been played since 1875. Harvard won that game. It was more of a rugby-style game than a football game, but it is counted as the beginning of this rivalry. Harvard won the game 4-0. Now, I don't understand how rugby is scored, and frankly, I don't care. But Harvard won the game. Yale does lead the all-time series in this series. 69 wins. Harvard has 61 wins. There have been 8 ties. Yale did win this game last year, I think 19-14. This series predates pretty much every other college football rivalry, including Michigan, Notre Dame, Duke, North Carolina, Army, Navy, Auburn, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin, all of the luminary series, rivalry series. This game predates them all. In fact, the only other series that's older than this by 2 years is Yale Princeton. So this is the second oldest rivalry in all of college football. Now, that is according to the NCAA. And as I said, if Harvard wins today, they win the championship. So let's hope that happens. Harvard would beat Vandy, Jay, and everybody knows that. Even Vandy Dandy knows that. They haven't kicked off yet. This game is being played from the Yale Bowl. Yes, that's what it's called. The Yale Bowl in Connecticut. Harvard is going to kick off to start the game. They are wearing their traditional road uniform, white shirt, kind of a gold-colored pants. Yale is in their traditional home uniform, blue, I think it was blue shirts. Yeah, blue shirts, white pants. They look so like Penn State. Looks like a windy day today in Connecticut. I think the game time kickoff temperature is about 60 degrees. And as is traditional in the Ivy League, since they seem to lack all courage to run kickoffs back, the opening kickoff goes through the end zone. Harvard comes into this game 8-1, 5-1 in Ivy League play. Yale comes in this game 6-3, 4-2 in Ivy League play. Yale is actually worse at home, 3-3, than they are on the road. Actually undefeated on the road. Okay, Yale takes the first snap, run and play right up the middle for a quick 6-yard gain. Harvard allegedly is the better team here. They only have the one loss to Princeton, and that was by a 1 score. Pass to the right sideline is complete, and that should be good for a first down. Raj. Yale is currently moving from right to left across the street. Now, as you know, I can't show the game. I can't play the audio. I'm looking at my computer screen with my cameras there. The TV, the other screen with the game is on my left. And that was a 1st and 10 complete pass for 12 yards. So Yale is moving the ball, unfortunately. Yale likes an up-tempo game. They're going to run 1st and 10 at near midfield, twins left, twins right. Back to pass, quarterback tucks it and runs right up the middle, and looks like an 11-yard run by the quarterback. So Harvard defense, which is usually pretty solid, not looking very good right now. They usually tighten up after the first drive. Let's look at comments. Nature Boy wants to know what my connection to Harvard is. Jay Sipes is correct. My dad went to Harvard, graduated summa cum laude, top of his class. My mother's father and his brother also went to Harvard and also graduated summa and magna cum laude, respectively. The only other Ivy League connection in my family is my Marxist sister, piece of crap that she is, went to Brown University, and therefore I hate Brown University with a passion approaching that of a supernova. Let's see. While I was yakking there were a couple of run plays that went nowhere, almost nowhere, and is now 3rd down and 6 at the Harvard 38-yard line. Twins to the right, single receiver left. Quarterback takes snap, fakes the handoff, passes, overthrows his receiver along the left sideline, incomplete. And the Yale drive stalls out, 4th and 6. Don't know if they're going to kick a field goal or punt the ball. Yeah, I've been following Harvard football just about as long as I've been following Florida football. Uh, Looks like Yale is going to punt the ball, try and pin Harvard back deep in their own territory. High snap, but the punter does a squib punt, fielded at the 11-yard line, and the runner gets it out to about the 20, I think. And Harvard will take over and do their first drive from about the 20-yard line. Hang on just a minute. I have to set up some windows here to make sure. Okay. So Harvard has been switching quarterbacks throughout the year, and they're going to start Craig, and does a flea flicker on first down, passes the ball down the right side of the field, complete out to about the 45-yard line. So about a 25, 30-yard trick play, a little trickeration there by Harvard, 1st and 10. Nails to their tight end, who's a big fella. And good play right out of the gate. Option play to the right side on 1st and 10. Breaks out for about a 4-yard gain up near midfield now. Let's see. Looks like we got great on-screen graphics thanks to this being an ESPNU broadcast. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Twin receivers to the left, none to the right. They're moving left to right on your screen. Yale shows blitz. They come with a blitz. Harvard picked the blitz up, did a pitch play, but unfortunately lost a yard on the run. Shipes was watching Miami-Louisville. Well, I don't really have a dog in that fight. The only 2 games I really have a dog in any fight is this game, and then later the Georgia Tech game because I have a bet with Sea Dog. 3rd down and 8. Single receiver right, triples to the left. Yale rushes 4, complete over the middle for a first down, right at the first down marker. And Harvard keeps jogging. I know that I probably will also watch the Georgia-Tennessee game just for entertainment value. No other game really that I'm going to pay attention to today. Shotgun snap, quarterback's running to his right, throws a pass, and gets a quick 5-yard hit down to the Yale 39-yard line. So it should be 2nd and 5 coming up. Have my usual standby, the Coke Zero, unsponsored mention, of course. They're going to call it 2nd and 4 from 39. Twin receivers left, single right. Handoff up the middle. Up the middle, gains a yard. So 3rd and 3 coming up. Run up the middle, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage and stopped, unfortunately. So 4th and 2. Harvard looks like they're going to leave their offense on the field. They might go for it. They've been pretty good on 4th and short throughout the year. Looks like they are going to go for it. Got the jumbo package in. Quarterback runs the ball. Ooh, gets stood up right at the line of scrimmage and stopped cold. He gained 1 yard, but he needed 2. And that kills the drive right there. Good defense by Yale. Got to give him that. And we go to an ad break. Lost Aggie. Hey, good to see you, sir. The game just started at 0-0. Both teams have done their first drive. Raj. Let me check some scores here. App's being a little slow today. Let's see here. Let's see. A lot of the games today are mostly cupcake games for the big schools. UConn Sacred Heart 3-0 UConn. Northwestern 6-0 over Purdue. Southern Miss over Mississippi State 7-0. Louisville Miami scoreless. Army over Coastal Carolina 7-0. Tulane Florida Atlantic scoreless. Alabama 7, Chattanooga nothing. That's going to be an idiotic game. Michigan Maryland scoreless. BYU Oklahoma scoreless. Penn State Rutgers scoreless, but Rutgers is on the Penn State 7. Abilene Christian 7-0 over Texas A&M. My God, Texas A&M is a disaster. Ole Miss over Louisiana, scoreless against Louisiana Monroe. Navy East Carolina scoreless. SMU 7, Memphis nothing. Okay, Penn State takes over. First and 10, they did a run up the middle for, looks like a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 should be coming up here in a minute. Yale back to pass. Quarterback's running around. Nobody to throw to. Now takes off and runs and picks up 3 or 4 yards. Looks like he is. Looks like it'll be a 3rd down and 3 or 4. Rick Sanchez, you know exactly what this is. So, no, they gave more yardage than I thought. So 3rd and 1 coming up. Triple receivers to the right, none to the left. Looks like they're changing the play. Quarterback's going to be a keeper all the way and get stopped short. Ooh. Yeah, but it's like 4th down and a half yards, so I'm pretty sure they'll go for it. Big Tube is here. Good to see you, sir. Lost is agitated about something. I'm not sure what. Oh, they gave it to him. Well, of course they did. This is the Ivy League. This is all Marxism. So you got to keep it all egalitarian and equal and happy. So they gave him the half yard he didn't deserve. First and 10, run up the middle for a quick 5 yards. Crosses midfield into Harvard territory. Second and 5 coming up. Handoff up the middle, and he breaks it to the outside, and is hauled down from behind after a gain of 2. So it should be 3rd and 3, unless they gave him an extra yard, because why not? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, boys and girls. It does help with the channel. You got 9 folks in here, which is nice. Only got 5 thumbs up, so hoping for more. Third down, handoff around the right side, and he goes ahead and gets first down. So Yale's moving the ball once again. First and 10 coming up from the Harvard 42. Handoff around the right side, gets out to the sideline and gets knocked down at the 35-yard line. So it should be 2nd and 4 coming up. Yep, 2nd and 4. Twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Running back is standing to the left of the quarterback in a shotgun. Fakes a handoff. Quarterback takes off. Gets another quick 2 or 3 yards. So either 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, depending on the spot. Very manageable down and distance. Third and 2, handoff up the middle. Needed 2, got 5. Nice burst through the line, and the drive continues. Let's see. First and 10. Twins right, Twins left, back to pass. Ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Yale Puppy Dogs. No, it wasn't tipped. I'm sorry. It was just badly thrown. Okay, 2nd and 10. We have, well, they're moving players around, so hang on a minute. Looks like Louisville just scored, so 7-0 over Miami. Run around the left side by the running back. Got popped, but managed to fall forward for a gain of 9, so 3rd and 1 coming up. Twins right, single left, running play up the middle, and they're going to give it to him because Marxism. He was stopped short, but they gave it to him because it's socialism. You have to have equal outcome, not equal opportunity. So 1st and 10 from the Harvard 18. back to pass, only the second pass on this drive. Doug tries a short pass to the left side, overthrew his receiver badly. Now I know why Yale runs the ball so much. This game's moving pretty quickly. Is all the way down to 1:46 left in the first quarter. You'd have to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to have caught that pass. And that was just a badly thrown ball. 2nd and 10 coming up. Handoff up the middle and dropped after a 3-yard gain at the 15-yard line. So 3rd and 7 coming up. Raj. Clock is still running. Twins right, Twins left. Back to pass on 3rd and 7. Throws the ball and, almost picked off. Almost picked off. It was very low ball over the middle. And the safety came up and just missed picking that off. So the drive stalls on the 15-yard line, 4th and 7. And it looks like Yale's going to bring out the field goal team to get some points on the board. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So, first blood to the Yale Puppy Dogs. They get a field goal with 1:05 left in the first quarter and take the lead. Let's check some scores while we're in an ad break. Jersey Mike bragging about how, super duper woke they are, even though they're not. UConn has a 10-0 lead over Sacred Heart. Northwestern over Purdue 6-0. Southern Miss over Mississippi State 7-0. Louisville over Miami 7-0. Army and Coastal Carolina tied at 7. Tulane and Florida Atlantic tied at 0. Alabama 14, Chattanooga 0. Michigan State over Indiana 7-0. Maryland over Michigan 3-0. Oklahoma over BYU 7-0. Penn State losing to Rutgers 3-0. Texas A&M and Abilene Christian tied at 7. Ole Miss and Louisiana Monroe tied at 0, as is Navy and East Carolina. SMU over Memphis 7-3. At 7 o'clock, the Boston Bruins played the hated Montreal Snail Eaters. I'm gonna watch that game. I'm gonna wear my special shirt. Let me show you my special shirt. This is my special shirt for when Boston plays Montreal. Wearing that tonight. Okay, we're out of commercial break. The Puppy Dogs are about to kick off. And the kick is away. It's a short kick, fielded at the 10-yard line. So we're going to see a rare thing, a kickoff return. And he's over the 30 and out to the 32. And he's stopped right there. So a rare thing in the Ivy League, an actual kickoff return. How you doing, James? Not a fan of the Boston Bruins, eh? And Selena has 2 E's in it. Sure. And we go to another ad break because this is ESPN network, so we have to have lots of commercials with an occasional football play. Oh, you're a Flyers fan? Okay. Broad Street pussies, huh? It's all in good fun, man. How are the Flyers doing this year? Let me check that. Flyers usually put a good team out on the field. The ice, I should say. They're about mid-pack in the Metropolitan, aren't they? They're doing pretty good. It's early in the season yet. Raj. Bruins are doing all right. Oh, God. Peloton ads are getting dumber and dumber by the minute. Jesus Christ. Still in an ad break, so all right. Back out of the ad break. Gotta wonder why the Las Vegas Grand Prix F1 race is being run at 1 in the morning. My time. I don't understand that at all. That's just silly. All right, Harvard's going to start their second drive of the game from their 31-yard line. They moved the ball pretty well the first drive. They just didn't come up with any points. Back to pass. Now he's running for his life, and he's about to get sacked. Pitched the ball away to the running back at the last possible second. Lost 4 yards on the play, but it could have been a loss of 15 yards. So he tried to make something out of nothing and made sort of something out of nothing. The running back would have been better off to drop the ball. And my camera went wonky, so I have to shut it off for a second. 2nd and 14, back to pass. Completes out to the left sideline. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9 coming up. Harvard is playing Yale in the 140th rendition of The Game. And it is The Game, not these pretenders. I think we ended the first quarter. Yes, we did. The first quarter is over. Yale is winning 3-0. So hopefully Harvard can come back. Still is a big game, James. Still is a big game. Let's see. Scores. UConn 10, Sacred Heart nothing. Northwestern 6, Purdue nothing. Southern Miss 7, Mississippi State nothing. Miami and Louisville tied at 7. Army, Coastal Carolina tied at 7. Tulane 7, Florida Atlantic nothing. Alabama 14, Chattanooga nothing. Alabama threatening to score again. Michigan State 7, Indiana nothing. Maryland 3, Michigan nothing. Oklahoma 7, BYU nothing. Rutgers 3, Penn State nothing, but Penn State is in the red zone. Texas A&M, Abilene Christian 7 all. Ole Miss over Louisiana Monroe 7-0. Navy over East Carolina 7-0. SMU over Memphis 7-3. Michigan is a fraud. Well, we're going to find out today, aren't we? If Michigan can't beat Rutgers, that's not a good look for Michigan. So, coming out of the ad break, Harvard is now moving right to left across the screen. At the beginning of the second quarter, it's 3rd and 9 from the Harvard 32. Single receiver right, twins left, back to pass, blitz coming. Get away from it. He can't. He's sacked back at the 15-yard line. So this quarterback is not working out on this drive. He's not as good a passer as the other quarterback that started the season, but he is more of a dual threat. Punt coming up on 4th and 25. Let's hope he gets a good one away. He got a good one away. No, he didn't. Buzz does take a Harvard bounce and lands, unfortunately, at the Harvard 46-yard, 41-yard line. So not a good punt. BG says, fight fiercely Harvard. I agree. So far, not good so far, but let's hope for better. Maryland just needs to stop the run. Make McCord beat you. Yeah, that seems to be the secret for Michigan. We're in an ad break again. Raj. Yeah. Hang on, folks. I have to respond to a message. Okay, Yale runs the ball, first and 10, and gets a quick 5 yards, um, just over right, the right side of the line. And here we come with the snap, and they're going to run over the left side of the line and gets 2 yards on that. So 3rd and 3 coming up for Yale. They're already pretty well inside Harvard territory because that was not a good punt. Considering the punt came from the 15-yard line, it just puts Harvard's defense in a hole right away. 3rd and 3 coming up. Twin receivers left, twin receivers right. Quarterback is rolling to his right and dropped and sacked at the 44-yard line of Harvard. So big loss on that play. I don't think Yale should be trying to throw the ball anymore. Their quarterback looks like he's never thrown a ball in his life. I mean, the man just literally sat down on the field. He barely got touched. So, loss of 10 yards, 4th and 13. Knocks him out of field goal range, and Yale punts the ball. Short punt. Fielded at the 14-yard line and bobbled, but the Harvard receiver fell on it, and they're going to call the 15-yard line, so good. Harvard better get it together or it will be a classic 17-10 Yale Bowl loss. Man, you're right. You're absolutely right, BG. They need to move the damn ball and put some points on the damn board. And his quarterback, number 10, this dual threat kid, better get his head out of his ass and start putting some plays together. Fakes the run on 1st and 10 and runs right up the middle and actually has a good 10-yard run by the quarterback. So as I'm telling the Harvard quarterback to get his head out of his ass, he does just that and does a nice 10-yard run on 1st and 10. Good job, you. Now put a few more of those plays together and we can go home to Cambridge happy. Running play by Harvard over the left side and bounces off a couple would-be tacklers and picks up a good 5 yards. So 2nd and 5 coming up. 11 and a half minutes left in the first half. We got an injured Yale player on the ground. They are attending to him. I assume it's a him. I mean, this is the Ivy League. You never know. With these people, but I'm pretty sure it's a him. Yeah, but if I'm using wrong pronouns, you can sue me at, you can give me a call at 1-800-SCREW-YOU. Check some scores here. Once again, as is my usual thing. UConn over Sacred Heart 17-0. Now, Purdue still losing to Northwestern 6-0. Southern Miss over Mississippi State 7-3, but Mississippi State is in the red zone. Miami 14, Louisville 7, but Louisville's in the red zone. Army over Coastal Carolina 14-7. Tulane over Florida Atlantic 7-0, and Tulane's in the red zone. 21-0 Alabama over Chattanooga. Michigan State over Indiana 7-0. Michigan's finally woken up a little bit, taking the lead over Maryland 7-3. Oklahoma tied with BYU 7-all. Penn State over Rutgers 7-3. A&M and Abilene Christians tied at 7. Ole Miss over Louisiana Monroe 7-0. Navy over Eastern Carolina 7-0. Memphis over SMU 10-7. Coming out of the ad break, they got the injured player off to the sideline. Looks like they're looking at his ankle. And looks like they're going to try and retape him. 2nd and 6 by Harvard. Back to pass. Get rid of it. Now he's running and overthrows over the middle, incomplete. 3rd and 6. Looks like neither quarterback in this game looks like they know what the fuck they're doing, which is disturbing and alarming. Also in 2. Third and 6 coming up. Twins right, single left, blitz coming, and the Harvard quarterback eats another sack. And the sacking linebacker does a very poor dance. And this quarterback is doing a very poor imitation of a quarterback. Might be time to put your other quarterback in who actually knows how to throw the ball. Might be something to think about, guys. Punter is standing at his 5-yard line. Let's see if he can do better this time. Blocked. Guess he can't do better this time. And Yale's got the ball on like the 6-yard line. So this game is turning into a farce for Harvard so far. They can't seem to do anything right. First and goal from the 7-yard line. Quarterback is going to keep it all the way. Runs it, steps out of bounds it. I'm thinking the 6-yard line. Second and goal coming up. I'm sorry, the 4-yard line, not the 6. Harvard would be lucky to hold him to a field goal here. Quarterback runs around the left side again and loses a yard back to the 5-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 5 coming up. This should be a passing down, but Yale is not throwing the ball very well today, which is the only saving grace for Harvard right now because they're not playing very good offense either. Third and goal from the 5. Triple receivers to the right, single to the left, back to pass, and touchdown. Just pass over the middle, pretty much wide open, and there was no resistance from Harvard on that play. And the extra point's good. So Yale is now up 10-0 with 9 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first half. Harvard's doing nothing on offense and very disconcerting. See, BG says 70 degrees, Texas fall day, or worry about Harvard football. You may check back later. I don't blame you. I'm more worried about Harvard football than Texas football myself because I'm not a fan of Texas. But thanks for stopping by anyway, sir. Please click the thumbs up button if you already haven't. And we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're in an ad break. Check some scores. Let's see. UConn still over Sacred Heart 17-0. Northwestern over Purdue 6-0. That game hasn't changed in a while. Mississippi State over Southern Miss 10-7. Miami Louisville tied at 14. Coastal Carolinas losing to Army 14-7. Tulane over Florida Atlantic 14-0. Alabama over Chattanooga 21-0. Michigan State over Indiana 7-0. Michigan seems to have woken up. They're up 14-3 over Maryland. Oklahoma BYU tied at 7. How the mighty have fallen. Penn State 10-3 over Rutgers. A&M Abilene Christian tied at 7. Ole Miss over Louisiana Monroe 7-0. Navy over East Carolina 7-0. Memphis over SMU 10-7. That's where we're at. Coming out of the ad break. Yale's lining up to kick the ball off. And the kickoff goes to the end zone for the normal touchback. Harvard's bringing an offense out. Still with the same quarterback who doesn't seem to know how to avoid getting sacked or throw the ball, for that matter. Tight formation, back to pass, throws the ball out over the left side, dropped. Had the receiver. Receiver started running before he secured the pass and just dropped it. Second and 10 from the 25-yard line. Twin receivers to the right, none to the left. Snaps the ball, pitches to the running back, gets out to the 31-yard line. So gain of 6, or they're going to give them only 5. So either 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 5 coming up, depending on where they spot the ball. 3rd and 5. Back to pass. Complete for a first down. Needed 5, got 9. So Harvard moves the ball a little bit. Okay. 1st and 10 from the Harvard 37. Twin receivers right, single left, back to pass, running for his life again. Throws the ball complete on the sideline. Over midfield, well into Yale territory. So, a little bit of movement by the Harvard offense. Good job. First and 10 from the Yale 41-yard line. Fakes the handoff, tries to run around the right side, and gets dropped for a 4-yard loss. So, right after he does a good thing, he does an idiot thing. Hey, Jerry, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Disappointing game so far, and my camera fuzzed up again. Terrific. 2nd and 13. Yale's going to show blitz here and come with a blitz. Get rid of the ball, you slob. And he did, but it was incomplete. At least he didn't take a sack. 3rd and 13. So this quarterback is no good at this kind of play. So this drive is going to stall out right there. Triple receivers to the left, single to the right, back to pass, blitz coming, picked off by Yale, and running up the sideline, and looks like a pick six. Yep, pick six. And a flag on the play. So unless it's a penalty against Yale before the change of possession, holding on Yale. So it's not a pick six because of the holding penalty, but it's Yale's football. Ugh. It's just not Harvard's day. So it is Yale's football at their 44-yard line. And a running play up the middle yields 2 or 3 yards before they stood him up and stopped him. Six and a half minutes left in the first half. Yale's up 10-0 over Harvard, and nothing's going right for Harvard today. 2nd and 7 coming up. Yale back to pass. Short pass out over the left side and tackled just 1 yard over midfield. So 3rd and short coming up. 3rd and 4. Twin receivers left, twin receivers right on 3rd and 4. And Yale's back to pass again, and incomplete. So Harvard holds. And Yale is going to punt the ball. So Harvard is not going to drop down 17 points. Punt is away. It's a good punt over the head and into the end zone for a touchback. And we go to an ad break. Yeah, Raj and that. Still on ad break. Check some scores. Nothing's really changed. So never mind. Okay, we're coming out of the ad break. Harvard is bringing out their stuttering and stumbling offense. Twin receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right now. Yale showing blitz, and they are blitzing, and the quarterback does not get out of it again. Fuck, when is the coach going to get the clue that this quarterback doesn't know what he's doing? He just lost 3 yards. He looks like he's never thrown a football before. Numpty Naroom. Never seen that name in here before. What's the score? Yale's up 10-0 over Harvard. And on 2nd and 13 ball, he throws the ball incomplete to the right sideline, just overthrew his receiver. Man, get rid of this guy. He's a stiff. Put the other guy in. He's a much better quarterback. 3rd and 13. This is a give-up down for Harvard with this guy. Quarterback run. He gets 3 yards. You need 13. He got 3. There's a pointless drive. And with 5 minutes left in the first half, Harvard's not going to get the ball back. Punt formation, which is a bad thing for Harvard, and blocked again. That's 2 block punts in a row. Fuck. And they recover the ball on like the 14-yard line or something like that. I can't really see yet. Or maybe a 9-yard line. So it's 1st and goal on the 9-yard line. And a running play around the right side. And he picks his way down to the 6-yard line. So it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Four minutes left in the first half. Triple receivers to the left, none to the right. Bad snap. Quarterback recovers it, falls on it, but he lost a lot of yardage. Back to like the 12-yard line. He just fumbled the snap. It was a little off to his right, but he didn't watch the ball. And the only thing keeping Harvard in this game right now are Yale mistakes. 3rd and goal. Injured Yale player on the field. So 3 minutes 40. I had to respond to somebody. Sorry about that. 3:46 left in the first half. We got 3rd and goal. Raj. Numpty, you're right. Harvard does need to stop playing around. Right now, they look like a bunch of monkeys humping a football. They look horrible. So 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line. Twin receivers to the right, single to the left. Back to pass, dancing around in the backfield. He's about to get sacked, and he got sacked and fumbled. Scooped up. And taken back to the Harvard 42. So big break for Harvard. Big break. And I think he's hurt. He's hurt. I think he hurt his arm. No, he's up. He's holding his ribs. I think he fell on the football. That's the only thing keeping Harvard in this game right now is Yale killing themselves. Yeah, that was clearly a fumble. That was clearly out before he hit the ground. And he's just flinging the ball around like that, and he drops it. And I think the Harvard player landed, when he fell on the ground, he landed on the football. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, that's got to hurt them ribs. Oh, them ribs got to be aching. You're a Yale student who skipped the game because I knew we were going to dominate. Well, so far you're right, but there's still a lot of time left. There's still time left in this half, but right now Yale looks like the better team. Absolutely. All right, Harvard's got the ball, running play up the middle on 1st and 10, and gets a quick 4 yards. And they still get that same idiot quarterback in the game. I think his last name is Craig. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Pitch to the right side to the running back. 1st down and more. Crosses midfield all the way down to the Yale, looks like Yale 44, I think. It was a well-timed pitch, I have to say, and good blocking by the Harvard line. So let's see if Harvard's got to get some points on the board. Blitz coming. He gets out of it, chucks the ball down the field, caught the ball, but I think he caught it out of bounds. Yeah, he caught it out of bounds. Oh, well. Good effort, though. 2nd and 10, 2 minutes, 16 seconds left in the first half. Harvard has all 3 of their timeouts. So they got plenty of time. They got their timeouts. Back to pass. Chucks it way down the field. Caught at the 10. Falls down at the 9. 1st and goal for Harvard at the 9-yard line. All of a sudden, his quarterback did something right. I guess even a broken watch is right twice a day. A lot of hand checking down there. Okay, 1st and goal from the 9. Hands the ball off, and it's dropped for a 2-yard loss. So just when you think it's starting to go right, huh? Well, I'm a watch collector, numpty, so see, got one of my good ones on today. Well, one of my better ones. I like this watch. Okay, 2nd and goal. Yale showing an all-out blitz. And they come with the all-out blitz. And touchdown! Yeah! He beat the blitz finally, it's son of a bitch. He rolled out to his left, nailed the tight end not wide open, but opening the end zone in single coverage. And Harvard's on the board. Yeah! So finally, the quarterback got his head out of his ass. Okay, extra point is being readied. Bad snap. Kick is up. Blocked. No good. Bad snap. Bad kick. I think they ought to bench that kicker. Tiffany Parrish. That's a name I've not seen before. 1636. I don't know what that means. 1 minute, 8 seconds left in the second quarter. David Windy City. Haven't seen that name in here before either. The score is 10-6 Yale over Harvard. The first half is about to come to an end. Harvard's kicking game has been an absolute fucking disaster. 2 block punts and now a missed extra point. So I think at the end of the season, which is after the end of this game, Somebody needs to talk to the special teams coach about maybe seeking other employment. Yes, you are right, Tiffany Parrish. 1636 was the first year that Harvard was established as a university. I should have known that. I should have. Kickoff, short kick, and it was fielded at the 5-yard line and returned by Yale to the 19-yard line, 1st and 10 for Yale. So another rare kickoff return by an Ivy League team. So I got a minute 3 in the first half. Yale does not look like they're just going to fall on the ball because they had twin receivers right, twin left, back to pass. And the Yale quarterback's running for his life now and steps out of bounds at about the 22-yard. If you haven't already done it, please click the thumbs up button. It does help with the channel. I've got 9 thumbs up, so I'd love to get to double digits today. So if anyone hasn't already done it, please click the thumbs up button for me. 2nd and 7, twin receivers right and left, back to pass, and passes out to the left side and is dropped right at the first down marker. And whoever clicked that thumbs up button to get me to 10, I appreciate it very much. 1st and 10. Yale has all 3 of their timeouts, but they're letting the clock run. So I don't know what they're doing. Twins right, twins left, single right, back to pass, and the quarterback is sacked and a flag down. So they'll probably get Harvard for a personal foul because why not? This is, after all, the Ivy League. Holding, targeting, personal foul targeting on Harvard, which is a lie, but why not? He hit him shoulder to shoulder, ref. That was not targeting. That wasn't even a personal foul. Well, you might call a late hit, but that was not targeting. It was a shoulder to shoulder hit. A bullshit call. They'll throw him out. I guarantee they'll throw him out because this is the Ivy League. They're doing a review for targeting. 30 seconds left in the first half. I think they're going to reverse the targeting call, which is the right call. they're still flapping their jaws about whatever. Okay, 2nd and 16 for Yale at the Yale 23-yard line. And they let the clock run out. And it is now halftime. So that's it. That is the halftime. Yale leading 10-6. And I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to turn the camera off and stretch my legs a little bit. I've been sitting here for an hour and a half. I'll be right back. Get something to drink. I'm out of drink. And I'll be right back. Leave me any questions you got in the chat. I will be back in just a second. And we'll talk. Okay. Okay. Back. So we're at halftime. Let's take a look at some other what other games might be being played right now that we can take a look at. Let's see what's being played right now that's interesting. Nothing really jumps out at me. Lehigh Lafayette, it's one of the oldest rivalries in college football. Let's check in Louisville at Miami. Check in there. What the hell? That's last time I looked, it was a pretty close game. And they're in an ad break, but we'll give them a minute. While waiting for that, check some scores over here. Let's see. UConn 17-3 over Sacred Heart. Northwestern still over Purdue 6-0 at halftime. That game hasn't moved at all since I first looked at it. Mississippi State over Southern Miss 17-3. Miami over Louisville 21-14. The game's at halftime, so why am I bothering? Tulane over Florida Atlantic 14-0. Alabama 38, Chattanooga 7. Michigan State tied with Indiana 7. Michigan over Maryland 23-3. Although Maryland is in the red zone. Oklahoma BYU at 14-all. Oklahoma is at the BYU 14, so Miami is not at halftime. My mistake. Or maybe they are. I'm not sure. And Texas A&M over Abilene Christian 17-7. Penn State over Rutgers 10-3, but Rutgers is in the red zone. Louisiana Monroe is losing at halftime to Ole Miss 7-3. Navy over East Carolina 7-0. SMU over Memphis 13 at halftime. Liberty over UMass 14-0. Let's take a look at Penn State Rutgers. That seems to be a better game than we thought. Looks like Rutgers is kicking a field goal, and it's good. So it's a 28-yard field goal. So Penn State is leading Rutgers 10-6. Let's look at A&M Abilene Christian, since that game has a lot of humor. No, Abilene, Texas A&M is over Abilene Christian 17-7. So Texas A&M is responding well to an interim head coach. So another big rivalry game, Princeton-Penn. Scoreless, well into the first quarter. Stick with this game for a little while. Looks like Penn has the ball. Back to pass. Long pass over the middle. And touchdown for Penn. I think it's Penn. Yep, it is Penn. A good pass over the middle by the Penn quarterback. Wish the Harvard quarterback would play as good. And Penn is leading Princeton 7-0. Kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback, which is typical. Looks like Princeton's going to start from there. 25, back to pass, swing pass out on the right side and loses 4 yards. Oh, boy. Deep pass over the middle, falls incomplete. Okay, we're still at halftime in the Harvard-Yale game. I'm just taking care of a few things outside of the live stream. Some good news for me, by the way, but nothing to do with football. If anyone in the chat has any questions or comments, feel free to go ahead. I will certainly have a conversation with you. After all, that's why I am here. Cool. Anyway, still waiting for Yale to come back out of halftime. Yeah. Oops. They're showing highlights, or in this case, lowlights of the first half. Okay. Still in halftime, still showing silly ads. Ugh. Okay. Coming out, it looks like they're going to come out of halftime. And Harvard gets the ball on the kickoff. And actually, it's a return ball out to the 30-yard line. So, first attempt from 20-yard line of Harvard. Harvard quarterback keeps the ball, faking the handoff, keeps the ball, runs it out for a 4-yard gain to the 33-yard line. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Second and 7, tight formation around the offensive line. Yale is showing a blitz. They do blitz. Harvard quarterback runs the ball out for a quick 2-yard gain to the 34-yard line. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Harvard is only 2 for 7 on 3rd down so far this game. That's not good. That's not even close to good. Twin receivers to the right, single to the left, and incomplete pass to the right sideline by Harvard, and 4th and 5. And the drive, as usual, this whole game dies because Harvard refuses to put in a decent quarterback. They have one on the sideline unless he's injured. And we're going to play another game of punting roulette. Will he get the punt off or will it be blocked again? Low snap, fielded on the ground. He actually gets the punt away. Miracle of miracles. Fielded at the 30. and run back to the 33-yard line. So Yale will take over after a 3-and-out by their defense. Yale comes out, hands the ball off, because that's what they've been doing well all day, is running the ball. And my camera is fuzzy again. And they get a quick 6-yard gain over the left tackle. So it should be 2nd and 4 coming up. Yep. 2nd and 4, twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Yale is moving right to left. Hands the ball off, and he gets first down after a quick 4-yard run. First and 10, according to the stats, Yale has 52 yards rushing. Harvard has 11. That's pathetic for both teams. But quick 4-yard run on 1st and 10. So that should be 2nd and 6 coming up. It is. Clock is running with 12 minutes left in the third quarter. Twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Quarterback's back to pass. Now he tucks it and runs and gains 3 yards out near midfield. Third and 4 coming up. We got triple receivers to the left, none to the right. Back to pass. Harvard's bringing a little pressure. There was a fight for the ball, but Yale caught it. Gained 5 yards and a first down. It was a short pass over the middle. Really wasn't much of a fight, was it? He didn't need much. He only needed 4. He got 5. So there you go. Twin receivers left, single receiver right. Hands the ball off up the middle. Quick 3-yard gain to the Harvard 43-yard line. A little bit of a scrum around the football. I don't know why, and we got a hurt Yale player on the ground. One of the offensive linemen. And we go to an ad for women's college basketball. Really? Women's basketball only exists for uber degenerate gamblers who have to gamble on something every day. I don't know what other reason it exists. And Dolly Parton doing an ad for Cracker Barrel. Oh, God. Dolly, give it up. Just give up. Stop with the career already. It's over. It's over. You're irrelevant. You were never relevant, but you're irrelevant in 2023. Sorry, not sorry if that's too harsh for some of you. Still in there, right? I guess we can check some scores. Let's see. UConn over Sacred Heart 24-3. Purdue and Northwestern in the third quarter again, still 6-0. Northwestern. Mississippi State 16-7 over Southern Miss in the half. Miami over Louisville 21-20. Halftime, essentially. Army over Coastal Carolina 21-14. Tulane 14, Florida Atlantic nothing, and Tulane's in the red zone. Alabama 38-7 over Chattanooga. Chattanooga's in the red zone. Interesting. They're back. They're back playing. We'll pick the rest up later. Looks like third down for Yale coming up. That was a run play on second down. 3rd and 3 coming up for Yale. Twin receivers left, single receiver right. 3rd and 3. Back to pass. All day. Now he's running for his life. Chucks the ball when he had the first down if he wanted to run it. Then he kind of, shot puts it incomplete on the right sideline. And that brings up 4th and 3. The way Yale's running the ball, I'm surprised he tried to throw it. That was just a stupid play. He had enough green grass to get the first down. And Yale's going to punt the ball. That was just a dumb play by the Yale quarterback. So Yale brings out their punt team. Line drives it to the sideline and goes out of bounds around the 16-yard line. I don't know. They were in the part of the field where they could have gone for it, and the way Harvard's offense has been playing for the vast majority of the game, they probably wouldn't have lost very much. And they're going to bring this idiot quarterback out again who's been doing shit all game. He looks like he hasn't thrown a football since Pee Wee, except for one good pass. And they start 1st and 10 at their 16. Hands the ball off, goes right up the middle, and gets stuck after a 1-yard gain. Harvard's been at has averaged 208 yards per game rushing this season, and so far today they've got 13 yards. Yale's been averaging about 170 yards a game this season, and so far they've only got about 65. Blitz by Yale, almost sacked the quarterback. He got away from it and chucked the ball down the right sideline, incomplete, where he probably should have lost 15 yards. He got hit, but he didn't fall down. He rolled out of it, ran to the right side. Harvard's moving left to right across the screen, and got away with not getting sacked on an all-out blitz. And he managed to turn a big no-gainer into an incomplete pass. It's now 3rd and 8 from the Harvard 18. Back to pass. Now he's going to get sacked. And once again, Harvard's offense sputters and dies because his quarterback is an absolute fucking disaster. And to be fair, the offensive line isn't doing him any favors either. And here comes a punt. The punter is actually in the end zone, about 1 yard deep in the end zone. Low snap. got the punt away, thank Christ, and fielded at the Harvard 48, falls forward to the 47. Game is an absolute special teams disaster for Harvard. Let's see. Starting with the scores, UConn over Sacred Heart 24-3. Northwestern over Purdue 6-0. I mean, that's an Iowa Hawkeyes type of score. Mississippi State 16-7 over Southern Miss at half. Also at half, Miami 21, Raj. Louisville 20. Army over Coastal Carolina 28-14. Tulane over Florida Atlantic 21-0. Both those games, and so the Alabama Chattanooga game 38-10. All three of those games were in the third quarter. All three of these games are at half. Michigan State 14, Indiana 7. Michigan 23, Maryland 10. Oklahoma tied with BYU at 17. Those were all halftime scores. Penn State over Rutgers 10-7 in the third. Texas A&M over Abilene Christian 17-7, third. Ole Miss over Louisiana Monroe 14-3 in the third. Navy over East Carolina 7-0 in the third. SMU over Memphis 21-13 in the third. Liberty 21-0 over UMass in the second quarter. Liberty's on the UMass 5. No other games on the app right now. Okay. Yale's got the ball 1st and 10. Harvard 47-yard line. Back to pass. Throws a deep ball. Overthrew his receiver on the left sideline down around the into the red zone. So incomplete. 8 minutes and change left in the third quarter. And we're at 2nd and 10. And they're going to run a draw play around the left side. And the running back gets to the 45-yard line of Harvard. I think that was only a gain of 2 or 3, so it should be a third and mid-level. And the way the Yale offense has been running the ball, 3rd and 7 should be an easy conversion. Let's see, you got Twins right, Twins left. And they're changing the play. And Yale is 50% on 3rd down, so back to pass. And pressure got to him, but he runs away from it and got the 1st down and a little bit more. So not enough pressure, but enough to make him pull the ball down from a pass, but not enough to stop him. So Yale keeps the drive going. And the way Harvard's offense is playing, if Yale gets a touchdown here, this game is essentially over. Run play, a drop play up the middle for a quick 6 yards, maybe 7. No, 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Handoff, draw play up the middle, or handoff up the middle. Needed 4, got 5. And a first down for Yale. Moving the ball quite nicely, it looks like. Heading for another score. They're on the Harvard 24-yard line. Harvard defense putting up no resistance on this drive. Hands the ball off up the middle again. Quick 3-yard hit down to the 21-yard line. Hey, Nick DTV's here. Good to see you, sir. What's up? My team is losing and looking shitty doing it. It's absolutely atrocious. 2nd and 7 coming up for Yale. Like I said, they score a touchdown here. This game is over. Back to pass, and that's going to fall incomplete at in the end zone. Not a well-thrown ball. The only player really had a chance at it was a Harvard cornerback. And he's yelling that there should have been offensive pass interference. And he has a case there. The offensive player was holding the defender's arms down. You're watching the game. Okay. Good game? Well, it depends on your perspective. For me, this is a horrible game. 3rd and 7 for Yale. Back to pass. Wide open over the middle at the 5-yard line. And Yale is now 1st and goal at the 5. So this game is almost over. Yale player is arguing his knee wasn't down, but I guess they blew a whistle. 1st and goal from the 4, running play up the middle, easy touchdown. And this game is over. It ain't close anymore, Nick. This game is essentially a blowout. So unless Harvard scores a touchdown on their next drive, this game will essentially be done. Ugh. Ugh. They were running the extra point and they stopped the play. So, yes, Vic, this game is over. So it was a false start by Yale on the extra point try. Jerry, yeah, Harvard would, if Harvard, well, I should say when Harvard loses this game, Yale and Harvard would share the Ivy League title. So, and the extra point is good. So, Harvard's going to be Ivy League champ no matter what. If they win this game, which they won't, they'll win the title outright. When they lose this game, it'll be a shared title with Yale. And the Ivy League doesn't do tiebreakers, so it would be a shared championship. There may be another quarter left, Vic, but this game is over. Considering the way Harvard's been playing so far this game is essentially over. So, it is what it is. Don't Yale it, Vic. Very funny, right? Very funny. You better have clicked that thumbs up button, Rick. No postseason for the Ivy League. This is it, essentially. No bowl games, no postseason, no playoffs, nothing. And we are in an ad break. Well, it may not be fair, but that's the way the Ivy League does it. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. That was just a kickoff to Harvard, so no big deal. Tight formation for Harvard coming out. First and 10 at the Harvard 29. Idiot quarterback back to pass. Ball gets knocked down at the line of scrimmage. A lineman actually caught the ball and lost 2 yards. So even more brilliance for Harvard. So second and 12 for the lame duck Harvard offense. Quarterback keeps it and runs out to the 31-yard line. So I don't know why the lineman tried to catch the ball. It just knocked it to the ground. It would have been second and 10. Anyway, third and 8 for Harvard from their 31. Harvard idiot back to pass. Overthrew his receiver. And that's the end of that drive. Another 3 and out by a lame Harvard offense that can't get out of its own way. Ugh. And another block punt coming up, I'm sure. High snap, barely fielded. Line drive kick down the middle. Ford takes a very fortunate Harvard bounce and roll down to the Yale 25-yard line. A little jawing between a Harvard player and a Yale player that doesn't matter in the long run. And Harvard, who looks like a team that hasn't put a football team on the field in 25 years, got lucky. No, Jerry, I'm not going to stream the Florida State game. I won't be home that night anyway. I have a previous commitment. I would get home probably after the first quarter was over, so not going to be able to do that. Why would I do it anyway? Florida State's going to just run over Florida like they aren't even there anyway, so why waste the time? Yale's first play was a run up the middle for a gain of 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 coming up for Yale. Handoff up the middle again. And the running back blows through the Harvard line out to about the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Yale coming up. I got to the 40, not bad. Triple receivers left, none to the right. Handoffer on the right side. Running back gets about 1 yard and then stopped. So a little bit of defense, but not much. And back to pass. Almost sacked him, got away. Down the field, incomplete. The only saving grace for the Harvard defense is the Yale quarterback seems to be playing even worse than the Harvard quarterback. But the main difference is Yale's running game works, Harvard's running game doesn't. So that incomplete pass over the middle brings up a 3rd and 9 for Yale. If Harvard could stop him here and force him to punt, they still have a chance. Minute 22 left in the 3rd quarter. There isn't much of a chance left. But Yale quarterback back to pass, running for his life, got away. Wide open over the middle, and he drops it. He's wide open over the middle, hit him right in the hands, but he started running before he secured the ball, and he drops it. So 4th and 9 for Yale. And Harvard didn't do anything other than allow Yale the opportunity to stop themselves on that drive. Pass was a little behind him, but not much. It was certainly catchable. And he knows it. He's pounding the ground. So anyway, punt by Yale. Decent punt, bounces at the takes a Harvard bounce the other way and is down at about the 35, 36-yard line. So the inept Harvard offense comes out once again, and the coach is going to keep bringing that quarterback out, even though he can't do a damn thing. Minute 7 left in the 3rd quarter. And Harvard comes out for another likely 3-and-out series. Beginning at the 43-yard line. Hands the ball off just before he got smacked, and the running back takes off. gets well inside Yale territory down to the 40-yard line of Yale, it looks like. So it looks like a quick 20-yard gain by the Harvard running back. Nope, 38-yard line, even better. 20 receivers to the right, none to the left for Harvard. 1st and 10. Going to run a reverse. Start around the right side, now running the left side. 20, 15, down to the 10-yard line. No flags, at least not so far. So Harvard sets up first and might be 1st and goal, maybe 1st and 10 at the 11. Fooled everyone on Yale. I mean, that was a 30-yard run right there, or almost 30-yard run. 1st and goal from the 10. Harvard runs the ball right up the middle with the quarterback, follows his blockers, bumbling, stumbling, rumbling down to the 6-yard line. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. With Harvard threatening, they'll probably figure out a way to fuck it up, but they are threatening. We'll see what they can do. Checking some scores. UConn still over Sacred Heart 24-3. Something finally happened in the Purdue Northwestern game. Northwestern still leading 9-7. Mississippi State leading 23-7 over Southern Miss. Miami still over Louisville, 21-20, but Louisville's got the ball in the Miami 22. But it is 4th down. 28-14 Army over Coastal Carolina. Tulane 24, Florida Atlantic nothing. Alabama rolling big over Chattanooga 51-10. Hopefully they invoke the mercy rule at some point. Indiana, Michigan State tied at 14. Michigan over Maryland 23-10, but 4th and goal on the 1 for Maryland. They might score. BYU, Oklahoma tied at 17. Penn State 13-6 over Rutgers. A&M finally getting some distance over Abilene Christian 24-7. Ole Miss 28-3 over Louisiana Monroe. Navy over East Carolina 7-0. That's going into the 4th quarter. SMU 21, Memphis 19. Liberty over UMass 35-7. New game starts. Rice over Charlotte 7-0. App State, James Madison scoreless. UTEP, Mississippi, Middle Tennessee, Middle Tennessee over UTEP 7-0. Kent State, Ball State scoreless. Jack State over La Tech 7-0. Wyoming over Hawaii 7-0. So we shall see. It looks like they're coming out of the ad break. Getting ready to start the 4th and final quarter of the 2023 Harvard and Yale season. Harvard is 2nd and goal on the 7-yard line. Single receiver right and left. Harvard is now moving right to left across the screen. Harvard's quarterback runs around the right side and touchdown. Finally, he does something right. God damn it. So 5-yard touchdown run for the Harvard quarterback. Finally gets some damn thing right. You can't throw for shit. Might as well run the ball, right? Looks like Harvard's going to go for 2 because why the hell not? Back to pass. Floater into the end zone, has no chance to get anybody. And Harvard 2-point fails, so it's 17-12. Yale over Harvard, just starting the fourth quarter. And we are in an ad break. Let's see. I want to thank everyone who's in here and has been in here, and all the comments in the chat and the thumbs ups. I appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, please click that thumbs up. It does help. Yeah, even you, Shipes. Pain in the ass. Okay, coming out of an ad break. Another ad break. It's like Harvard's getting ready to kick off. Let's see if the kickoff kicker can do this without fucking it up. I mean, he's fucked up everything else. He might as well fuck this up too. Kick is away. Lands at the 5-yard line. It's going to be a return. And special teams does its job and actually doesn't allow a very big return. Gets out to the 22-yard line. So Yale picked that up 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Yale gets the snap, runs the ball up the middle, blows through the line, gets into the second level, and is tackled after an 8-yard gain. Battle Angels here. How are you, my dear? The score is Yale 17, Harvard 12. They are just starting the fourth quarter, and it is an absolute fucking disaster for the Harvard offense. They've looked atrocious. So they actually gave the guy a first down, which he didn't earn, but they gave it to him, and he runs the ball up the middle. I think they might get a yard out of that. The only thing that's been saving Harvard this whole game, BA, is the Yale offense keeps making big mistakes. They can't throw the ball very well. They're running the ball all over Harvard. 2nd and 9. Yale quarterback running for his life, stops, pops, and delivers. Just as I'm saying that they can't throw the ball worth a damn, they just do a 60-yard pass play. So in one play, Yale gets into the Harvard red zone, and any score by Yale at this point, the way Harvard's offense has been playing, is going to be a game over. I mean, he just put a floater up right on the right sideline, and he caught it. I think they're going to review that play because they're saying the quarterback might have stepped out of bounds. He was right on the boundary, so he might have stepped out of bounds. So let's see if they do a replay that can show if he was in or out. And the receiver stepped out of bounds. Oh, illegal touching. Oh, he can't do that. He stepped out of bounds. Oh, they got to turn this back. They got to turn this back. He can't do that. He cannot be the first person to touch the ball after stepping out of bounds. So that's illegal touching. So might be some hope for Harvard yet on this one. Because that would be a penalty, wouldn't it? That would be a penalty. Let's see what the idiot officials have to say for themselves. Yep, he is definitively out of bounds there, and absolutely out of bounds there. The ball's in the air, and he's the first person to touch it after stepping out of bounds. They got to turn this back. They got to reverse this. Interception? What game are you watching, sir? The Yale sideline is patting the receiver on the head like it's okay, it's okay. So they know. They know. Let's see if the officials know. Tua 2.0? No, I think they're bringing it back. I think they got it right. Yep, they brought it back. They got it right. Okay, 3rd down coming up. Looks like 3rd and 11. So Harvard got lucky on that one. Twins right, twins left on 3rd and long. Back to pass, blitz coming. They beat it. Oh, almost intercepted. Fuck. But 4th and 9 coming up. So Yale's going to punt. And Harvard defense didn't really stop them, but Yale once again stopped themselves. 12 minutes 55 left in the game. Yale's back in punting formation from their own 32, 33. Punter standing at the 19, snaps back, kick is a line driver, fielded by Harvard and run back to their 42 or 43-yard line, which is where the inept Harvard offense will take over. And we go to an ad for the worst soda in the human existence, Dr. Pepper. Horrible stuff. Let's see. Let's check some scores. Let's see. UConn Sacred Heart hasn't changed. 24-3 UConn. Northwestern's beginning to pull away from Purdue 16-7. Mississippi State 23, Raj 7 over Southern Miss. Louisville 23, Miami 21. Army over Coastal Carolina 28-14. Tulane over Florida Atlantic 24-8. Bama 52, Tennessee. Chattanooga 10. Indiana, Michigan State 14-0. Michigan 23, Maryland 17. Struggle win, possibly. BYU losing to Oklahoma 24-17. Penn State 19, Rutgers 6. Texas A&M 24, Abilene Christian 10. Ole Miss 28-3 over Louisiana Monroe. Navy over East Carolina 7-0. SMU over Memphis 28-21. Liberty over UMass 35-10. Rice over Charlotte 7-0. App State 3, James Madison 0. Middle Tennessee 14-7 over UTEP. Ball State over Kent State 3-0. Jax State over La Tech 14-0. Wyoming over Hawaii 14-0. Harvard sets up under 13 minutes left in the game, 1st and 10 on their 42. The same idiot quarterback still in the game, fakes the run, throws a deep ball, caught, son of a bitch. Caught fairly deep into Yale territory. So, my God, talk about a broken watch being right twice a day. He actually threw a decent ball down inside the 30-yard line of Yale. So, hang on a second, folks. Harvard might be off life support here in a second. Another pass play, another deep ball into the end zone. And no flag. Flag. Incomplete pass in the end zone. But there is a flag. That is pass interference. I think on Yale, he was holding the Harvard receiver's arms. And that was not a great thrown ball, but it was catchable. And he tackled the receiver. And they are going to call pass interference on the Yale cornerback. That brings the ball 1st and 10 at the Yale 13-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Gets a yard and tackled. He started off to his left and then reverse field to his right, and then he hit the ground. Oh, oh damn. Second and 8, they gave him 2 yards. Didn't look like he got 2 yards. Second and 8 from the 12, they can get a first down at the 3-yard line. Tight formation. Quarterback fakes the handoff and runs around the left side and gets down to the, I guess they're going to call it the 7-yard line, maybe the 8-yard line. So 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 coming up. Clock is running, just a little over 11 minutes left in the game. Going to call it 3rd and 3. Harvard is only 2 for 10 on 3rd downs this game, 20%. Tight formation on 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, come up. Back to pass. Mistake. Running for his life. Get rid of it. Caught! Touchdown! Son of a bitch. I don't know how he caught that. Woo! I don't know how he fucking caught that. I have no idea. That looked like a disaster from the minute the ball was snapped. But touchdown Harvard. Son of a bitch. Game's not over yet, I guess. That was not a well-thrown ball by the Harvard quarterback, but that receiver made him look good. 18-17 Harvard. Oh, they're going to review it. That'll look good, but I guess it's reviewable. Well, it's not up on the board yet, Vic. I ain't giving up. Just, considering the reality of the situation and how badly Harvard's played to this point. Shut up, Jerry. I'm not negative. I'm real. If it's positive, I call it. If it's bad, I call it. You want to call that negative? That's your prerogative, sir. Review is good. Touchdown. That's right. We'll see. Now, I think Harvard's going to try and go for 2 again. Yep, they're going to go for 2 again. Well, considering how badly the kicker has played the whole game, why not go for 2 again? Tight formation. Pitch. Run. I think he didn't get it. He fumbled it into the end zone and Harvard recovered it. No good. No good on the 2-point, but Harvard's got a 1-point lead with 10 minutes 45 left in the game. I think they're going to review it. Let's see. He's trying to run around the right side. He gets hit. And his knee never hit the ground. He fell on a Yale player. His knee didn't hit the ground. And then he fumbles it into the end zone. There's the ball. And Harvard fell on it. So, I don't know. I don't know. Knee hasn't hit the ground. Knee hasn't hit the ground. It's on top of the player. He breaks the plane. Where'd the ball go? He doesn't have the ball. He fumbled it forward in the end zone, and a Harvard guy fell on it. They might reverse this call. They might give it to him. I don't know yet. They are reviewing it. No, no good. Failed attempt. Well, it is what it is. So 10 minutes 45 left in the game. Harvard gets its first lead of the game. I don't know how long they can hold on to it, but let's see. Kickoff is coming up. Kick is away. Fairly deep ball fielded at the 1 yard line, but fair caught. And Yale will take over at the 25. Okay, Yale takes the ball over, snap on first down, run up the middle, 4 yard hard 4 yard run. Second and 6 come out. Twins right, twins left. Deep ball coming up by the Yale quarterback. Caught. I think he caught it out of bounds. I think they're calling it incomplete. Decently thrown ball. Yeah, he landed out of bounds on his butt. So incomplete. I don't know, though. He might have tapped that 1 foot. They might review this ball. Let's see, there's the catch. He's in the air. Yep, that's a catch. I hate to say it, but that's a catch. They should be reviewing that ball. Yeah, they're reviewing it. He's going to get it. He's going to get a completion on that one. About 10 minutes left in the game. Did he have control of it? Okay. There's the control. Yeah, that's going to be a completion. That'll be overturned. Yeah, it's overturned. It was the right call. I don't like it as a Harvard fan. I don't like it. But it was a nice long sideline pass play down to the Harvard 40, where Yale sets up 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, and Harvard had him stopped after a 1-yard gain and then refused to tackle him, and he turns a 1-yard gain into a 6-yard gain. Pathetic. 2nd and 4 coming up. Another run up the middle by the Yale quarterback, and blows through the line and gets 1st down. Jay, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not abusive to the chat. I've been nothing but nice to the chat. How am I abusive to the chat? 1st and 10 for Yale. Quarterback keeper dancing around a little bit, turns the ball upfield, and knocks out a quick 10-yard run for yet another 1st down. And that should be red zone right there. So if Harvard's defense can hold them to a field goal, that would be good. A touchdown is not good. Quarterback keeper again gains 2 yards running around the right side down to looks like the 14-yard line. New name in the chat, Karuma Kush. Thank you, Celine. You're welcome. I'm not sure what you're thanking me for, but you're welcome. 2nd and 7 coming up from the 13-yard line. Yale back to pass. Blitz coming. Picked off. Son of a bitch. He just threw a floater out to the right side and picked off by Harvard. Unbelievable. When Harvard needed a break, they got one. Here's to you. Don't know how that happened, but he rolled out to his right a little bit, threw a floater, and the receiver was short of the receiver, and the only one in the area was the safety. And he picked it off. 7 minutes, 42 seconds left in the game, and Harvard has the ball. They have the ball deep in their own territory, but they have the ball. I think it's on their 7-yard line. Harvard's going to run the ball up the middle and gains a short 2 yards. Appreciate everyone that is in the chat. If you haven't already done it, please click the thumbs up. It does help the channel. I appreciate all the thumbs up I've gotten so far. 15 of them? Would love to get to 20 if possible, but I appreciate what I got. 2nd and 9. Harvard fakes a handoff. Quarterback runs up the middle and fumbles the ball. And Yale has it. So the football gods giveth and the football gods taketh away. And once again, the Harvard quarterback, and he's hurt. Great. Not only is he did a stupid play, but he hurt his shoulder or his forearm, one or the other. Terrific. Hope he's okay, but and that will be Yale's golden opportunity to put points on the board, starting from the 14 run up the middle by Yale and a rare run up the middle where they got nothing on a 1st and 10, so it'll be 2nd and 10. And the Harvard quarterback is definitely hurt. Run up the middle for Yale on 2nd and 10. Got a quick 3. They might have to put in DePrima, who was a starting quarterback for a lot of games this year. I don't know why he lost his starting job today. But when Harvard gets the ball back, it's going to be DePrima, who's more of an actual quarterback. 3rd and 8. Yale back to pass into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Fuck. Looks like Yale wants to go for 2. Yeah. They're reviewing the play. I don't know why. It was a good catch. Are you thinking the ball might have hit the ground? Yeah. Touchdown. Confirmed. 5 minutes, 47 seconds left in the game. It's a 5-point game right now. Yale's going to go for 2, try and make it a 7-point game. They're going to go with a tight formation. I mean, they've been running the ball all day. Why not? Oh, bad snap. No, quarterback caught it. He's running for his life. He's back around the 25. He just puts it up and incomplete. Yeah, you caught the ball. You caught the ball out of bounds, you dipshit. Stop it. You were 2 yards out of bounds. You weren't even close. Flag. Oh, come on. Roughing the roughing the passer? They're going to try it again. Unbelievable. Harvard can't get out of their own way the whole game. They're lucky this game is close. Here's a run play. He didn't make it. So 2-point attempt, version 2 failed. I'll be right back. All right, sorry. I had to step away from it. Kickoff from Yale went into the end zone for a touchback. So 5:47 left in the game. It's a 5-point game. Yale 23, Harvard 18. And the quarterback is evidently not hurt enough to be out of the game. Throws a bubble screen out to the right, and the running back takes off for about 15 or so yards. So 1st and 10, clock is running. Harvard and Yale both have their full complement of timeouts. Quarterback's back to pass on 1st and 10. Wide open on the right side, but it's a tight end and gets all the way down to the 15-yard line of Yale. So red zone opportunity in 2 plays. How about that? All of a sudden, this guy woke up. Where the fuck was this when we needed it earlier in the game? I didn't start aging prematurely. So Harvard's got it on the 14-yard line, fakes a handoff, drops back to pass, wide open, but only a 3-yard pass play. But still, he was being chased. A 3-yard gain is better than a 10-yard loss. Second and 8. Quarterback's back to pass again. Open on the sideline. Gets knocked out of bounds at the 6. Raj. Raj again. Third and 2 for Harvard. Quarterback's back to pass, being chased again. Incomplete pass. Being chased again. Incomplete pass. He was knocked down. The receiver was knocked down by the defender, but they're not going to call it. 4th and 2. They're at the 6-yard line. A field goal does them no good. So they got to leave the offense on the field for this one. Got to do something. Michigan is struggling, you say? So is Harvard. Yale calls timeout. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. And we got timeout on the field by Yale. And we've gone to an ad break. Let's catch up on the scores, shall we? Now, let's see. Purdue's trying to close the gap. 23-15. Northwestern's leading. About 3 minutes left in the game. Mississippi State 34, St. Miss 20. Louisville 31, Miami 28. Army over Coastal Carolina 28-21. Alabama 66, Chattanooga 10. That game's almost over. Michigan State 17, Indiana 14, Michigan 29, Maryland 24. You're right, they are struggling. BYU, Oklahoma tied at 24. That could be an upset. 20-6, Penn State over Rutgers. 31-10, A&M over Abilene Christian. 10-0, Navy over East Carolina. 31-28, SMU over Memphis. Liberty over UMass, 35-10. Rice over Charlotte, 10-0. James Madison, App State tied at 3. Middle Tennessee State, 21-14 over UTEP. Ball State, 13. Kent State, nothing. Jack State over La Tech, 28-7. Wyoming over Hawaii, 28-0. Just started recently. West by God, Virginia, 6-0 over Cincy. Arizona over Utah, 14-0. Texas State, Arky State, scoreless. Yep. Harvard tried a 4th and 2 and incomplete out of the end zone. And that ends the game right there, I'm pretty sure. A bunch of other games nobody cares about. So, turnover on downs by Harvard because the quarterback ultimately is an idiot. Had a wide open player in the back of the end zone and just overthrows him. Game is over. BG says 17-10, close enough. Yes. Yeah. SMU. Yeah. Jason's here. Greetings from Aruba. Support my favorite watch pilot, Troll Hunter. That would be me. Yeah, Jason, he was wide open, but that doesn't mean that the quarterback for Harvard can hit him. And Yale will essentially run the clock out at this point. Their initial play right there on their 7-yard line was a multi-yard burst up the middle for another first down. And Yale will just run the game clock out. And Harvard will share the Ivy League title with Yale this year, possibly with Dartmouth too. First and 10 run up the middle for 2 yards. Harvard should start calling timeouts now, but they aren't. Second and 7, so it was a 3-yard run. Run up the middle again by Yale. This time they lost a yard. If Harvard was smart, they'd call a timeout. They burned 45 seconds on the second down play between first and second down. So now it's 3rd and 8. Harvard does call a timeout. That's just bad clock management by Harvard on that one. Well, BG, admittedly, I didn't see this coming because Yale has actually been a better road team than they've been a home team. So I thought Harvard had a shot at beating Yale, pretty damn good shot. But they kept playing a bad quarterback the whole game. And the defense couldn't do anything with the run game. And their special teams let them down. 2 block punts, a missed extra point, a missed 2-point attempt. Harvard kept killing themselves. 3rd and 8. Yale back to pass. Screen pass. Caught well behind the line of scrimmage. And tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard loss. So it's 4th and 9. Harvard should call another timeout with 1:51 left in the game. Harvard is going to get the ball back with 1 timeout. After the punt, there'll probably be about 1:40 left in the game. They should get half decent field position. It's not over yet, but it ain't looking good. If Harvard just gets into the end zone, they win. They don't even need the extra point because it's a 5-point game. Okay, it's 4th and 9. Punt is away. Short punt. And it bounces out of bounds at the Harvard 47-yard line. Maybe the 48. They didn't show where they marked it. No, it does not have a vibe like this is going to be a tie game. So Harvard's got 1 chance left. And they're on the Yale side of the 50-yard line. They're at the 45-yard line of Yale. So decent field position. Let's see what they can do with it with 1:47 left in the game. Twins right, single receiver left. Quarterback's back to pass. Caught out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, 37-yard line or something like that. Should be 2nd and 2, I should say. Stops the clock, though. Where's Gatto? Send him in. Some damn thing, Send in Jesus Christ for all I know. 2nd and 2. Quarterback's back to pass. Please don't take a sack this time. Throws it to the right sideline for a gain of 1. 3rd and 1 coming up. He did fall out of bounds. 1:36 left in the game. 3rd and 1. Quarterback gets the ball. Complete to the 30-yard line, 29-yard line for a first down. That stops the clock while they move the chains. Ball is set. Clock is running. Twins right, Twins left. They're at the 29-yard line. Blitz and sacked. Fuck! The one thing he can't do, he does. You useless fuck. Why is he in the game? So now it's 2nd down and 4 fucking ever. 1:17 left. You are now out of timeouts. Second and 21. This quarterback can't complete a 21-yard pass consistently. All Yale's going to do now is just hang back and tee off. Overthrows his player on the left sideline. He was open. He just overthrows him. 3rd and 21. Mercifully, this game's going to be over in a minute, in 2 plays. Absolutely, Jerry. The quarterback has absolutely cost Harvard this game. Trips right, trips left, single right. Screen pass to the running back. Dances around. Gets nowhere near the first down. 4th down, probably 4th and 12 or so. I don't know. Clock's running 53 to 4th and 14. So last play of the game coming up right here. Yale calls timeout. Unbelievable. 46 seconds left in the game. Fourth and 14. 46 second left in the game. Yale 23, Harvard 18. No timeouts for Harvard, 1 timeout for Yale. This is essentially the last play of the game. Roll Tide 99. How you doing, sir? Yeah, that may be BG, but I mean, don't have to rub it in. I mean, there's no way this quarterback can convert a 4th and 14. Quarterback's back to pass. They're blitzing. He throws it deep and incomplete. Turnover on downs. That's it. Game's over. Well, I want to thank everyone for being here. I appreciate it. Game's over. 40 seconds left. I mean, why bother? Don't forget to click the thumbs up on the way out if you already haven't. I would appreciate it. It does help the channel. It's always a good thing. That's my last live stream, reaction stream for 2023. I won't be doing any more. There's no more Harvard games left to live stream. I appreciate everyone who was in here today. I appreciate everyone who was in here anytime. It's been a lot of fun. Going to do it again in 2024. Yeah, they can go back to protesting now. I'm surprised the game wasn't shut down for some kind of protest at some point. That's happened before. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend and rest of the games. Whoever team you're supporting, enjoy yourselves watching them play. I've got to go do other things. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Thank you all.